Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the person sitting in the Oval Office isn't actually the one you voted for. No big announcement, no press conference, no public vote. Just a quiet shift of power behind closed doors. Sounds like a conspiracy theory, right? But here's the twist, it's not. It's real, and it's embedded in the US Constitution itself. Before we dive into this mind-blowing loophole that allows a president to be replaced without the public even knowing, make sure to follow, like, and subscribe if you're into strange, hidden, and powerful truths about US politics and government. It helps a lot, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, back to it, the 25th Amendment. Most people barely know what it is, let alone how powerful it can be. But this small piece of legal text holds the key to one of the most extraordinary and little-known powers in American government. The ability to replace the President of the United States, temporarily or even permanently, and potentially without the public finding out at least. Not right away. Here's how it works. If a president is unable to fulfill their duties, physically, mentally, or even temporarily incapacitated, they can hand over power to the vice president. That's Section 3 of the 25th Amendment. Clean. Simple. And it's happened before. Ronald Reagan did it. So did George W. Bush. Twice, in fact. But here's where it gets murky. Section 4. Section 4 allows the vice president and a majority of the cabinet to declare that the president is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office. Think about that for a second. A group of unelected officials, cabinet members, can team up with the vice president and temporarily remove the president from power, even if the president disagrees. And it doesn't end there. If the president contests the decision and says, "I'm fine, I'm fit, I'm in charge," he can try to take back power. But if the vice president and cabinet insist otherwise, Congress has 21 days to decide who's really in charge. That's 21 days of constitutional limbo where two people might both believe they are president. And during that time, the public may not even know what's happening behind the scenes. Let's put this in perspective. There could be moment showers, maybe even days where the most powerful person in the world is suddenly not in control. And the media? They might not get the memo until later. There is no law requiring an immediate public announcement the second Section 4 is invoked. It's a gray zone. And that's what makes it so fascinating and so dangerous. Now, here's the chilling part. This has almost happened. In 1981, after Ronald Reagan was shot and seriously wounded, his cabinet quietly debated invoking the 25th. No formal action was taken, but the conversation happened. In 2017 and 2018, insiders later revealed that members of the Trump administration also discussed using the 25th Amendment due to concerns about decision-making and stability. But again, no official trigger, no public knowledge until much, much later. So what would it really look like if it was invoked secretly? Picture this. A president suffers a medical event or shows erratic behavior. The vice president quietly gathers cabinet support. They submit a written declaration to Congress. Suddenly, the president is out. Power has shifted. But unless the administration chooses to inform the public immediately, we might not know until after the dust settles. In a world driven by transparency, this part of the Constitution still operates in shadows. And remember, all of this is 100% legal. Now, here's a question for you. Should a handful of people be able to remove a president, even temporarily, without the people knowing right away? Is it a smart safeguard or a loophole in democracy? One thing's clear. The 25th Amendment was created to protect the government from chaos, but it might also be the tool that creates it. Because in the end, power doesn't always change hands with a bang. Sometimes, it shifts in silence.